Hello, my beach friends. Today we're going to go on a little bit of a soggy walk. I really needed to get out on the beach after Sally decided to dump a whole bunch of rain on Florida, so that's what I did. You'll see normally this pathway is very clear and not flooded, but we've gotten a whole bunch of rain, so I'm going to show you what kind of goodies I found. Welcome to another SWF Beach Life video. If you like the beach and beach combing and shelling, I'm going to recommend you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because I drop a new video every week. So here we are, one of my favorite places. It's also probably the closest beach to me, so it's just really convenient to get down here quickly. There's a bird taking off. He decided he didn't want to stick around. The Gulf was quite active. This was on Monday, September 14th. So Sally had kind of just blown through. And so the beach is still kind of roiling, or the water rather. We'll start off with a little, looks like a beat up Florida fighting conch and a piece of a lightning whelk. And check this out. That's a frog. All things went crazy with this storm, and yeah, I found a couple frogs on the beach that I have never seen before. But this I have. This is a shark eye. It's a cute little guy. Here we have a broken Florida fighting conch, which is too bad too. It was kind of a cool pattern on him, but we'll leave him for someone else. Ooh, one of my favorites. It's shiny. I know you can't really tell, but nice pointy shiny olive. And a lightning whelk. And of course, the little scallop. Can't pass that guy by. And I saw this through all that muck. Just a piece of an olive, but that would have been nice. Here we have a nice orange scallop. He's a little thin in that one spot, but lots of the shells have gotten beaten up. Oh, these poor birds. They just look so tired. Make sure that if you do see these birds on the beach, don't intentionally try to make them fly. They need their energy for nesting or eggs, and the chicks could be vulnerable, so don't chase them. They're tired. We were out in the rain, and there's a spoonbill in the background there. Kind of cool. Here we have a coral, an auger, and a slipper snail. And as I mentioned, that water was roiling. It was still, I've seen it angrier, but normally it's nice and calm. Not on this day. Still nice to be out there though. So as far as looking for shells, I wasn't going to have much luck going in the water. And some spots there wasn't really much on the beach either, but that's where we seem to find most of the goodies is just kind of sitting up here. It was going to be very hard to pick things out of the water, so for the most part we stuck to the beach to see what kind of goodies we could find. And here we have a sand dollar with a whole bunch of hitchhikers, all covered in barnacles. I actually thought that was kind of cool. Normally I might not save that, but today I'm going to keep it. What do we got here? Oh, it's a beat up olive. Yeah, he's definitely seen better days. I'm going to leave him for somebody else. Ooh, another shark eye. He's full of sand. Yep, let's clean him up. He's pretty cool. That's a pretty good find. Ooh, and a spiny jewel box. He was pretty big. It's too bad he's not spiky. I love those spiky ones, but I just thought he was kind of interesting. He's got all sorts of stuff going on. Guys, can you imagine? Ugh, that's a big old chunk of a shark eye. Ah, too bad, right? If only. One day. And another olive. They never disappoint. Well, they never disappoint me either. I love them. And most of a Florida fighting conch, if you look at it from that angle, is pretty nice, but we'll just leave it for someone else. Guess what I found? It's little, but I can tell that that is a horse conch. We'll wash him up. Yeah, pretty good. All right, he's chipped on that side, but if you hold him like this, it looks perfect. So we're just gonna go with that angle. Another olive. I can't help myself. And lately we've started making things out of them, so I just like them. Aw, our poor beach got really beat up. This used to be, you know, pretty decent area of beach, and the Gulf is right up to the dunes there, and then that area behind it, which used to be a lagoon, is now connected to the Gulf, and I'll show you that in a minute. There's a pretty clean Florida fighting conch. That's kind of cool. Found another one, and he's not quite as clean as the first one, so we'll leave him and we'll take this guy. Oh, and a pear whelk. That's kind of fun. And a piece of a crown conch. Oh well. Womp womp. But got this. Yay. And I thought this was kind of neat. Kind of like a ring. It didn't fit, but I kept it anyway. I just liked it. And these guys fascinate me. They do. They have that pretty, it's a pen shell. It's got that pretty iridescent on this really kind of ugly shell. Just weird, right? And this is normally where I would stop and take some pictures. Well, obviously it's a little cloudy today, so I'm not going to bother, but all of the bushes just kind of got all pushed together in this one area. It has not looked like this. So the beach is very different now that the storm has come through, and it's just kind of beat up a little bit, but all the storms change the things. They bring sand, they take sand. This time just kind of pushed all these, I don't know, trees together. And you show somebody on the beach a stick and I'll show you a place to hang a shell. So that's another one of my favorite things that we beach combers do down here, is stick the shells on the trees. I love that. Mosey along, we found this urchin. He has expired. He's not with us anymore. But maybe we can do something with him, make him kind of pretty. We have another one while we're at it. Can be a little messy, so I cleaned these guys up while I was actually at the beach. I got all those spines off. Kind of try to take as much muck out as I could, so I'll take them home and soak them and bleach them, and I'll put a little card there. I've done this in the past, so if you want to see what I've done with urchins in the past, you can go ahead and click that little button in the corner. But here we are, moseying along. Not the big shell piles. I didn't really know what to expect. You never really know. But it was not the shell piles I expected, honestly. Lots of stuff, but still waiting for my giant horse conch. All right. So I use that one shell as a dish for another urchin. But I put my dish down. I want to take a closer look at the sand dollar with more hitchhikers. Again, I'm finding that kind of interesting. They just adhered themselves on there, so kind of neat. Oh, angel wing, yay! And lots of times when you find one, you'll find another. That is kind of cool. And another sand dollar. I found him, I chased him for a little while. He was dark, so I was able to kind of see him in the water, but it took a while. And this guy too. This I did actually manage to pick out of the surf. Again, probably only because of the color. If he wasn't as bright, I would not have been able to follow him, so I got a little bit lucky. And a giant Atlantic cockle. These guys are kind of fun. And they work great as a dish. If you need an impromptu dish on the beach, just grab one of those. And so here's kind of what we were looking at. There's lots of stuff like this, and I pick it up and I think, oh, wait, is that an angel wing? Is that a false angel wing? I couldn't really tell, and it's not an expert by any means, so I figured let me take a look at the other one I picked up that I really was sure was an angel shell. And now I just honestly got a little bit more confused, so with 80% certainty that one on top is an angel shell, angel wing rather, but if you think otherwise, please, in the comments, let me know. Here we have another sand dollar. Try to be careful. They are delicate little things. And he is no longer with us. I know you see some spines, but that guy is definitely dead, so I took him. There we have a paper fig. A couple barnacles on there. And this cool lightning whelk. That's a decent shell. Whoa, just like this guy. Oh, I love the dark colors. Love, love, love. Nice. Okay, here we have a sunray Venus. So kind of fun. I look on the inside and I was like, uh-oh, is that a chitin? Nope, just a little shell. And it's kind of orange on the inside, which is different. Oh, another shark eye. Woohoo! You're pretty. Oh, another sand dollar. Again, obviously not with us anymore, so he can come home with me. Whoa, look at this. You can almost not even tell what it is, but guys, that's also a sand dollar. He is just encrusted with stuff. There was a lot going on there. Decided not to keep it. Maybe somebody else would have liked that, but there was just way too much cleaning, and I wasn't pretty sure that the sand dollar wouldn't survive. Look at that sand dollar, kind of attached to a sponge or something. Very interesting things going on after a storm. So you see there was a ton of urchins after I had picked up those two, headed more down. I see some sea pork, another pen shell. So the storm really did beat things up and get them up on the beach, but there just wasn't a whole lot to be seen. I mean, we're finding some good stuff. This Discdocenia, and it's attached, which is kind of neat, but I figure for crafts or something, well, that'll be a good shell for that, right? So this urchin was despined and bleached a little right there on the beach. They're really pretty. This guy's obviously very broken, but that's what hopefully those other two guys will look like. And here we have here we have a very beat up lightning whelk. And we're on our way back at this point, and this is where the island is now broken to again. This was cut into the island, it was filled in, and now the cut is back again. So all these storms change it. And here we have a barnacle on a calico scallop. Ooh, okay, 2 Florida fighting conchs. The guy on top, he's cool, you know, completely acceptable shell, but this guy, I love the zigzags on him, and that little brown thing, that's just really coloring on the shell, nothing else going on, but I just thought that the colorings on this shell were really, really neat, so I thought that was definitely a keeper. And what do we got here? Another lightning whelk. He's kind of sitting there in the surf. Look, all right, this is an albino lightning whelk. How cool is that? Why do I say it's albino? Because it has absolutely no coloring, and it still has a lot of the texture of the shell. It has its whorls, it has little bumps, it has the little crowns on it, so it was not weathered and beaten down. Oh, that's so cool. Unlike this guy, obviously he's not completely white. He has had the color stripped off, but look at how round he is. He's been beat up, and that coloring is happened over time. So that first one was albino, and this guy is just kind of beach worn, not an albino. And this I thought was so cool. Somebody took a cute little Atlantic clam, like I showed you earlier, made a little shell, made a little dish, put some shells in it, and just left it there on the beach. So wouldn't that be fun to find if you came down and you were beach combing and you found that little bundle of shells? So I thought that was cool, and I just left it. Hopefully somebody else found it. And I found another lightning whelk here. He's a little chipped, but that's okay. He's definitely, he's missing way too much. We'll leave him. But I did spy another one. Sorry, I know I move a little quickly. And another lightning whelk. Okay, he's a little chipped too, but that's all right. Still a decent find. And another, woohoo! All right, he's chipped too. Found a bunch of those today. We'll just hold them. We'll hold them that one way and you can't see the chip. That works, right? Another pear whelk. All right, he's definitely chipped too, but that's all right. And so at this point, It looked like we were gonna get some more weather, so I'm kind of hightailing it off the beach, but I can't stop picking up shells. I can't do it. So as I'm finding things like this lightning whelk, kind of walking really fast, grabbing things off the beach. Look at the alphabet cone. All right, not perfect specimen, but still a very cool find. A little purple guy. I'm sure that color just yelled out at me, so I picked him up. And here we have another pear whelk. Not perfect, but that's all right. And another little lightning whelk. All right, guys, are you like me? Like you just can't help yourself? Ugh. And look at this, Gaudinautica, this colorful moon snail. Oh, he's a cool guy. I found better, but I thought that was a great find for today. And another pear whelk. So we did quite well with the pear whelks today. Somewhat unusual. So this is the haul. It was not a massive haul like you might have expected after a storm. But friends, I'm on the grateful bus and I'm just happy that I was able to get out there. We today found some sand dollars, some urchins. Definitely my prize shell of the day, in my opinion, is that lightning whelk. That albino lightning whelk is just so different, cool, really cool find. That different looking Florida fighting conch, he was cool. And all those pear whelks, that was unusual. So that was kind of neat. So at the end of the day, it was not that big, massive haul, but I still think it was pretty good. And like I said, I'm always grateful to be able to make these and share these with you. I'm grateful that we didn't have all that much damage and flooding down here like some other areas. So all is well down here. Thank you, thank you, thank you for watching. You guys are awesome. Please leave me a comment and let me know if there's anything you'd like me to make in the future because I'm open to ideas.